All right, success likes speed. This is something I probably said 100 quadrillion times already to my partner, to my clients, to random people on the internet, to my CEO friends. And in this episode, I'm going to explain what it actually means and why I believe so strongly in it. And I want to start this episode with a few questions. First question is, have you ever thought of starting a new hobby? Whether it's going to the gym, playing how to learn chess, maybe it's you wanted to start dancing, maybe you wanted to take an art class, whatever it is. Have you ever thought of doing something new and then you didn't do it? Chances are you've done that, because honestly, we are all guilty of this. Next question. Have you ever had an idea to start a business and you thought it will be the next big thing and you already have all planned out, oh, this is how it's going to look like, this is how we'll do it, but then a week goes by, a month goes by, a year goes by, and you still haven't executed on it? Chances are you have done that too, right? Another question. Have you ever set a goal of losing 5 kilograms of body fat? And maybe you said, I'm gonna start in 2 weeks from now, maybe next month, maybe next year. This is very common right now because it's end of the year. And a lot of people say they're going to start their fitness journey January 1st, which is not optimal because it's basically just procrastinating. And my point is, if something is important to you, then you want to execute on it right away. And if you're guilty of any of those mistakes I just mentioned, you have this idea and you didn't execute on it, you just waited for way too long, you procrastinated and just didn't do anything. What happens if you don't do anything? Nothing happens, right? There's no output if you don't put in the work, if you don't execute on an idea. And if that's you, if you came up with all these ideas and these goals and you just never realized those goals, then remember this: success likes speed. When you have an idea, when you want to start a business, when you have a goal, then I want when you start right away, because when you have this idea, you're motivated and you can think of this fire inside you. Maybe it's just a little candle, and you have an urge to get started, to do something, to bring that to life, right? This idea. Now, when you don't do anything, if you just wait for a better time, for more motivation, for whatever, then the fire will fade and it will eventually go off. It's just like the truth, and we probably all experienced that. Now, in order to keep the fire alive, we need to fuel it, right? And we need to work on this idea in order to put gasoline on that fire, to make it bigger. And how does that look like? So we have this candle, this idea, you have this idea. We learned if you let it be, nothing happens, time will go by, and you're just nowhere. You're not a single step closer to your goal. However, if you start immediately, and that's why success likes speed, because you need to be very quick, you need to start execute on that plan. You need to do things to get closer to that goal. And what happens then, this fire is getting bigger and bigger. You start building momentum and you have more motivation to do things, right? It comes back to those misbeliefs that motivation just comes and when it's there, then you do all those crazy things, you build the business and you go to the gym and whatnot. And when motivation is not there, well, then I'm just going to wait until it comes again somewhen, right? Maybe never. But the truth is, when you just execute on your plans, when you start building, when you start going to the gym, when you start taking action, momentum will build up, motivation will build up. And over time, the more things you do, the more motivation you have and the more momentum you have, right? The fire gets bigger, bigger and bigger just because you started executing. And I want to give you a few examples here from my personal life, actually from this year. The first one is when I wrote my book in the beginning of the year, right? Like I had this in mind. I already knew I'm going to write it. Like goes back 2 or 3 years ago when I was in Brazil. I was on a call with my friend Yannick, and he literally said, man, you should write everything down and write a book about your journey and what you're going through and how it is for you, how you feel and how you cope and whatnot, how you stay in shape with your business and, you know, with your family and everything that's going on. And I told him, yeah, I'm going to do that. I cannot do it right now because then I struggled a lot and my plate was already full with 100,000 different things. But then in Switzerland, when I realized, okay, I have the resources and I'm in a good mental space to do that, guess what? I wrote it down, right, in my journal. I'm gonna write a book. Guess what? The very next day, I woke up and started. And every single day I would write a few paragraphs. And then half a year later, guess what? My book was finished. Well, at least the first draft. Then I still had to edit and do the cover and whatnot. It was still a lot of work, even when I wrote everything. But my entire point I want to make here is I had this goal. I wanted to write a book and I started working on it immediately. Not next week, not next year, not whenever, just right then the next day. All right. Another example is this podcast right here. This morning, I went for my daily walk outside here in Bali, and I think I listened to another podcast. Every single morning, I listen either a podcast or audiobook, and I had this random thought, I need to do a podcast about exactly this topic. Success likes speed. Because I see way too many people who make this mistake, who just wait and like procrastinate and whatnot. And so I would take out my phone and would make notes. Okay, this is what I'm going to write about. When I went back here to the apartment, I copied the text on my computer, made some more notes, and here we are at the exact same day I'm going to do this podcast episode. Right? I don't wait until tomorrow. I don't wait until next week. I don't wait until my birthday. I don't wait until I have the best microphone ever. I don't know. I'm just not going to wait. On the other hand, I'm going to do it. And guys, look at my YouTube videos. Some of them are bad. Some of them are made with an iPhone, bad quality, even worse sound quality. But, I make shit happen. I commit, I'm doing the things because I know success likes speed, right? Another example is the supplement company I'm creating right now or going to create. So 1 week ago, I wrote down the goals for the next year, 2023. And one of the things on this list was building a supplement company for high performers, and I will address that in another episode. It's going to be super cool. How much shall I say at this time? Yeah, I can say the name already. It's going to be Catalyst. All right, the name for the brand is going to be Catalyst. And it's literally going to change your life because the goal is to build products to optimize your health and your well-being and your productivity. So everything has an impact on that, whether it's like magnesium for sleep, maybe it's caffeine to get better productivity at work, maybe it's a pre-workout supplement so it can increase performance in the gym, maybe it's something that calms you down when you feel stressed, maybe it's something to relax better. This is the goal for next year, right? And as you can see, this is just like something I have in mind and I can already see it in front of me. However, even though it's a goal for the next year, I started implementing 2 weeks ago, right? I wrote it down. Okay, 2023, these are my goals. And the next day, what do? I go online, I get in contact with a doctor and ask him for advice. Okay, what is good for sleep? What is good for, stress? What is good to increase performance in the gym, at work and whatnot? I go and search a manufacturer. Okay, this is what I want. Who can give me the resources? Who can produce in this quantities and whatnot? I'm going to team up with my friend from Brazil, Diego, who is also doing the edits here. So shout out to Diego, who is doing a lot of design work for me, editing and graphics, and super cool dude. I met him 2014, so a long time ago in Santa Monica. Good times, but I'm not going into that now. Instead, I'm circling back to what I want to achieve in 2023. And yeah, I said, Diego, look, this is what I have in mind. Can you help me out? I need a mock-up, I need a logo. And he started right away, right? Super cool. Really appreciate his work, and he's just a guy I can count on. But again, the point here is that I already started right away, and even though it's a goal for the next year, I'm putting in the work every single day. And obviously I don't have like 5 hours I can put in for this project. Maybe it's doing some emails, maybe it's half an hour of research, but I'm already brainstorming and looking what I can do and what is required, and okay, how do I do shipping and how do I market it and with whom do I need to partner up? I'm already putting in the work. One more example, when I was in a business mastermind to scale my online coaching business, I worked with a guy from Canada, super dedicated, a very disciplined guy, high energy, ultra high energy. And every other day we would have a call with some other online coaches, and he goes like, okay, it's Friday and weekends, the people are overeating and they need a solution how to lose 5 kilograms or whatnot, and you want to be there, you want to be on social media, you want to be present, and this is what we're going to do. Martin, you will create a post that says this. I want that you take a picture of yourself without the shirt so I can see your abs. I want reach out to 10 people and say X, Y, Z. It doesn't matter. Entire point is he wanted me to execute right away. Even though I didn't plan it in, my schedule was already full, I made it work. Because I knew if I don't do it right away, I might never will do it. So my tip for you, when you have a goal, when you want to start a new hobby, when you want to build a great physique, when you want to scale your business, when you want to learn how to cook, when you want to lose 5 kilograms of body fat, then I want that you start right away. I want that you put into your calendar a time slot of half an hour, 1 hour, whatever is feasible, and that you write down, okay, this is when I go to the gym. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. I go to the gym, or okay, I want to learn how to cook, so tomorrow at 12 o'clock I will watch a YouTube video on how to cook a Thai curry, whatever it is. Or if your goal is to build a business, then it depends on what stage you are. Maybe it's okay, tomorrow I'm going to search a business coach that helps me to get to this level. Or when it's, you know, losing 10 kilograms, then it's I'm going to find a coach. Maybe I reach out to Martin and I'm going to start my fitness journey, right? Just don't wait. Instead, make sure that you take action right away. Because when you do so, when you take action and start implementing, you start this chain reaction, right? It might start with just going to the gym once. It might start with a phone call with Martin. It might start with watching a course or whatnot. But the thing is, once you start, you get momentum, right? You put literally gasoline on the fire. So this candle I spoke earlier about is now this huge fire, and you're just like motivated to do more. Not because magically motivation is higher, but because you're putting in the work and you started executing. That's really it. All right? There's no magic. Just like take action, really. It's actually that simple, right? It's actually that simple. Either you take action, right, and you will be successful, or you don't take action, you procrastinate, you don't get anywhere, and you stagnate, right? That's everything. Success like speed, right? I want that you take that to heart, and maybe the next time when you come up with an idea, when you think you need to lose some kilograms, then guys, don't wait. Give me a call, or to any coach. It doesn't even need to be me. Just make it work, right? Execute on that idea, on that plan. Reach out to a personal trainer, go to a CrossFit gym, send me a DM, say, hey Martin, let's talk, I need your help. Whatever it is, I want that you start executing right away instead of just having an idea and then not doing anything about it. And this, by the way, you hear from the most successful people. This is not something I just made up right now, success like speed. It is something that a lot of these high achievers say. And yeah, I implemented that. I took their advice, and now I want that you take my advice, because it's true. Success likes speed, okay? That's it for today. Short and sweet. Thanks for tuning in, and see you in the next one.